Hi all, Nitty Litter here. I wanted to share with you how to make this skirt and this shrug for a modern day Barbie. They're both fairly simple, even if you're new to crochet. First, let's go over the skirt, which is my pattern. It is made by chaining 33, and then joining in the round and making 32 single crochets. I am going to put a video here. To show how to do that. And okay, now that you've seen that, you get an idea of how you go about do that. So you knit in the round by going back and forth to get this pattern. I'll insert another little video here. Just giving you an idea of how to do that. And with this particular skirt, which will fit a modern Barbie body, I put a little edging, which you can see here. And the way you make that edging is you skip every other chain space down there, and you single crochet, and then you chain 3, and then you single crochet into the same stitch, and then you skip a stitch and then repeat all the way around, and then you get this cool little pattern. Now the shrug she's wearing is actually a pattern by Sarah Scales, who is Octo Pudding on YouTube. I'm gonna put a link to her pattern in the captions. And this pattern was actually originally for a much bigger doll, but what I did was downsize it, and I made it with crochet thread 10 and a 1.5 millimeter needle. Now this skirt that I made is made with the same size thread, but with a slightly bigger hook, which is a 1.7 mm hook. So anyway, I just wanted to share how I went about making this. One way you could zhuzh up or upgrade the skirt a little bit would be to buy some chain from the jewelry area in your local Michaels, and you could sort of give it a Chanel look by putting some, sorry there Barbie, by putting some chain there. Another thing that you could do is the edging on this skirt, and you see there's the same edging on the shrug. You could do that edging with a sparkly thread, just to kind of give it more of an evening look if you wanted to do that. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this content, and I'd be curious to hear what you think. I may do a more extensive video on how to make this skirt on my YouTube channel. Keep in mind, this size skirt will only fit a modern Barbie. If you look at your Barbies closely, if you have a lot of Barbies from the 80s or the 90s, from different eras, you will see that they have very different waistlines. So you need to make different size clothes for them. Now, I do have some patterns for dolls from different eras, and what I might do is just start putting up some of those very simple patterns. I know right now, especially a lot of people, their dolls budgets are being squeezed, and this is a way that when you pick up a Barbie from somewhere, from Goodwill, or you get it at a doll lot and it doesn't really have much in the way of clothes, you can just make the doll a very, very simple outfit this way. This thread is very inexpensive, and once you have a crochet hook, you're ready to go, and you can just reuse it for multiple projects. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this and have a good day. Bye.